Our top story, in the next few weeks, college students from all over will be heading to their favorite spring break destinations. Last year, Arizona's universities warned their students not to venture into Mexico. Toby Phillips is here to tell us why one city down there is hoping they don't see a repeat this year.
Liz, officials from Rocky Point were in the valley this week talking to universities and to the media. They want people to know that not all of Mexico is dangerous, and they hope this travel season will be much better than last.
But it's kind of nice just to escape, be by the beach.
Chelsea Campaneski travels to Mexico a few times every year, and she's going back in March for spring break. But with all the commotion about drug cartels and violence along the border, she's being extra careful.
The group that I'm going with, we're actually going to have bodyguards going with us.
That's 5 bodyguards to ease the fear. It's stories like this that business owners in Rocky Point don't want to hear. They're afraid that other students like Chelsea won't bother with the guards, just won't bother coming at all.
Now, it's the sandy beaches and that view that brings people here, but right now it's the threat of violence that has them worried to come back.
Shrimp vendors along the coast bag their fresh catch. They're hoping, depending on a busy travel season.
Unfortunately, the warnings, they blanket the whole country.
Rocky Point is a fishing town that depends on tourism, and Fausto Soto, the tourism director, says travel warnings and news reports are casting shadows on a normally sunny travel season.
Everybody's struggling. Everybody's struggling.
It was this time last year that the U.S. State Department released a Mexico travel warning. In turn, so did the 3 major universities in Arizona. Hotel bookings plummeted.
And unfortunately, it was too late before we could do anything about it.
Fausto says reports of violence have been taken out of context. For example, Mexico's homicide rate was about 9 people per 100,000 living there in 2008. Washington, D.C.'s rate was 30.
These days.
Officer Jorge Uquidez circles the city every day, watching out for tourists and keeping an eye on the local shops. To him, there's nothing to worry about.
Take a trip, prove by yourself, you're safe down here.
The hope is that those students who stayed away last year come back.
This is where I'd rather see them come than most any of the other places, frankly.
Travelers like Beverly Weber know that some places along the border may be dangerous for tourists, but it's nothing she can't handle.
And I just haven't had a problem, or fear for anything.
No bodyguards for her or for Jerry Kreitlow.
Just like being in Miami or anywhere else, it's on the ocean and we just relax.
Even as he relaxes, for some, the fear is still there, and students like Chelsea will be taking extra precautions.
So we're just going to try to stay as a really close-knit group on the resort where we know it's safe.
But when this city's survival depends on tourism, Fausto and the rest hope we will all relax in this small fishing town this spring.
Now, Arizona's 3 universities tell us that they will not be issuing warnings of their own this year. Meanwhile, the city of Rocky Point will have police and members of the Mexican military stationed along the main highway. That's Highway 85 right here. They say they're going to do whatever they can to keep tourists safe. I'm Toby Phillips, Cronkite News.